nobody quite like you. Got me falling through and through. Straight to the top, I'm
YouTube. What is up, YouTube family? I want to come on today to talk to you guys about a subject that I have. It's been on my mind quite a while, and you know it's something that needs to be discussed. What it is our relationship with food. Our relationships in terms of how we use food, how we view food, and how we are negative when it comes to food. Food is there. Food is life. Okay, you need food to live, but food has become a crutch for some people. Food has become a way of comforting some of us. Food has become a way of punishing some of us. If we do something wrong, if we want to punish ourselves, we'll overeat, we'll go drink, we'll use food as a punishment. Or we happy, this is a great time, I'm going to go celebrate, and we overeat, we do whatever, and then we feel bad about it the next day. Or we're so busy, we're so strict with ourselves, we're counting calories nonstop, we're measuring every single thing that we're doing. Granted, there are times when that is necessary. Athletes, competitors, those are things that they need to do. But, and if you need to lose weight, yes, you want to monitor how much you're eating, you want to count your calories, you want to track. But that's not something that you can do long term. And when you fall into the cycle of doing that long term, that's when you develop a negative relationship with food. You should be enjoying food, but enjoying it positively, meaning, not just getting pleasure from eating it, but also getting the benefits of the food that you're eating, making the right choices so that you're enjoying it and you're getting healthier. You're putting nutrients into your body, stuff that works positively towards your health. So that's why I want to come on here today, because that's something that we really need to change about ourselves. Now, I'm going to give a few tips, a few suggestions on how I believe that you can do this. So if you're dieting, if you're on a diet, dieting, yes, it's necessary for some of us to lose weight. There's nothing wrong with going on a diet. The problem is coming off of the diet. When you don't come off the diet in a correct way, you tend to gain the weight back, and then you start doing things that that are detrimental to your health. You may start restricting yourself more because you gain a few pounds, or you don't feel well anymore. It's because you may have come off the diet incorrectly. So if you're on a diet, you need to have an exit strategy for that diet. Okay, the exit strategy for that diet should include adding healthy foods to your diet, adding up slowly. Like if you're on a lower carb diet, slowly adding carbs to your diet, continuing your fitness schedule, monitoring, the effects that things are having on your body. A lot of times we finish a diet and we go right back to how we were eating before. No, you have to have an exit strategy. Also, don't stay on diets too long. My recommendation is 3 to 6 months, only because diets restrict. Most diets are very restricting. And what happens when you're restricting yourself, a lot of people believe that you're increasing your metabolism when actually you're not. You're manipulating your metabolism. Your metabolism eventually will start to slow down to accommodate the decrease in food that you're taking in, and the increase in activity that you're doing with the exercise. So that's why I say no longer than 3 to 6 months. Yes, competitors, bodybuilders, athletes, they may do it longer, but because that's what they're doing that. But believe me, when they're done, they have an exit strategy on how to get their body back. And a lot of times, people who compete a lot, their metabolisms, if they don't come off of the diet correctly, their metabolism and their hormones are all screwed up. So don't do like they do, just come off of it correctly. Don't restrict yourself don't restrict yourself for so long. 3 to 6 months, then start your exit strategy. Start adding things slowly to your diet. Because when you add it slower, you give your body time to adjust to the increase in calories or carbs, whatever you're increasing. So yes, make sure you do that. Also, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't focus so much on what other people are doing, because what other people are doing may not work for you. And what other people say they're doing, they may not be doing. Especially in social media, we see people who are, saying that they're doing one thing, they're doing this, I'm doing that, but they're not really showing you everything that they're doing. So they may be taking things that are enhancing their metabolism, fat burners or whatever. There's a lot of people out there that they're not showing what they're doing. So don't compare yourself to others. Don't try to eat like other people eat. Just find out what works best for you and do that. Oh, also, look at what your triggers are when it comes to eating. Meaning, do you eat when you're depressed? Do you eat when you're sad? Is there a habit? When you go a certain place, do you have to eat this? I found that I had gotten to a habit, I used to work somewhere and there was a Starbucks right there. I had gotten to a habit that before I went to work, I had to have the Starbucks coffee and a coffee cake. I would get this coffee cake every day. And because I was doing it every single day, it became so habitual that even if I didn't work, I would have to go get it, because I created this habit. I created this feeling of when I drink my coffee, I have to have this cake, So there are things that we do just out of habit. There are things that we do out of how we feel. Those are triggers: depression, anger, boredom, things like that. And when you recognize those things, try to find things to divert your attention from that. Or usually once you recognize it, you can stop yourself, but pay close attention to what your triggers are. So that's just a few things on how to change your relationship with food. Right now, I'm practicing a plant-based diet, which I'm actually really, really enjoying. And a lot of people think that when you're eating plant-based or eating vegan, that the diet is just so healthy. It's really not. It's based still off of what I eat. This past weekend, I had a vegan pizza that was so good and probably so full of calories, but I enjoyed it, but I know in my head, okay, Nicole, this is not something that you can do on a daily basis, because I know what that does to me. So I just make sure that when I have those moments when I'm eating, like pizza or what did I have the other day? I had pizza. Oh, I think I went to Noodles and Company. It had their Thai curry noodles. It was vegan with tofu, full of calories, full of sodium, not really that healthy, but I know that's a one-time thing. The rest of this week, I have to stay on point, stay on board. So even if you're eating the same things that people feel who are non-vegan eaters, who are non-plant-based, we feel it too. It's something that happens across the board. You have vegan snacks, you have plant-based snacks. You can binge off of those. You can grab that when you're feeling depressed. So it's not something that's only isolated to a certain group of people. This is for everybody, and it's just recognizing what your triggers are, knowing how much you're eating, and know when to transition into eating. It's called intuitively, where you're slowly adding things and you eat when you're hungry, but you know when to stop, and also not restricting yourself for so long, because your body, your metabolism will have a harder time adjusting back to, where you want it to be. So those are my tips. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to, of course, give you guys a workout. That's my thing. So I hope you enjoy the workout. If you have any questions for me, comments, please leave them below. Also, if you are considering like plant-based diet, I do have a free download. It's 4 plant-based recipes for you to try, just to, kind of get your feet wet. They're easy. They taste really good. Even if you don't want to switch to plant-based eating, that is totally fine, to each his own. But it has been shown the more plant-based meals you add into your diet, the more beneficial it is to your health. So that's why I recommend just throwing some plant-based meals into your diet. There's 4 of them in the description box. Grab them, check them out. Let me know how you like them. All right, check you later.